Anyway, okay, now we really are going to end this video, but I thought this was a much better way to end it than just walking through a parking lot. Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Russ Can't Fly. We are on our way to Marshfield, Muni, George Harlow Field, Municipal Airport, Golf Hotel Golf. Let's go!
Oh my goodness, Russ can fly.
Okay, as you can see, it is really cold and it is really winter. I mean, yes, but here's the thing, and I'll talk more about this in the members only section. I'm going to talk about all about this portable remote switch heater system that I have, which is awesome. So Charlie has been heating for the last couple hours and I did it from home. And as you can see here, the plug is on and I'll show you the system. And the system's back here. It's called Switchy On, and it's amazing. I'll definitely talk more extensively about that system, how it works. I was skeptical, but it works amazing. So if you're interested in that video, it's gonna be in the members only section. I'll tell you all about it, how it works, how I purchased it, what I paid for it, and what the ongoing costs are to have it. Anyone who's in the Northeast who has to contend with this stuff, winter time, you should probably have one of those, so that way you can remotely start your engine heater like I did. And like I said, for the travel time that it took me to get here, Charlie has been warming. So I feel confident that the oil is nice and warm and we'll be ready to go once I'm ready to fire her up. So I'm gonna get to the pre-flight and all of that kind of stuff. Gonna pray because that's important, and then we are gonna get out of here. And I'll tell you why I'm making this flight, because every flight that I take now, I want to explain why I'm flying there and what I'm hoping to see. This airport that I'm flying to is basically 20 miles south of Boston, and it's right along the coast. So definitely gonna be looking for any icing and stuff. Already got a good weather briefing. There was some icing air mets along the coast. I'm hoping that calms down by the time we get there. Then I'm hoping to find a good place to have some lunch and just enjoy this day of flying in Charlie. Because you know, I mean, this just is food for my soul. So anyway, enough of that. Let me get to the business end of this thing, get the airplane pulled out, and let's get on with the get on. Okay, so I'm in the airplane. Man, it is cold. And I'm gonna tell you, flying in the winter hits different, for sure. And you can look out front there. You know, there's still some snow on the ground. So I'm gonna have to be careful taxiing and all that kind of stuff. That's gonna be a consideration. And just looking for any opportunities for icing or any of that kind of stuff. And I'm also gonna turn on the defrost right now. That's the first thing I'm gonna do, and then we'll get to all of this other stuff. So let me get this daggone engine started, because it is cold, baby, it's cold. Clear prop. All right, so you can see the windows are fogging up a little bit, but the defogger's coming in, which is good. All right, so we are broken at 6,500. My original climb was going to be to 7,500. So we'll have to see how this all plays out, what this looks like. Then we'll get our frequencies in. So we're just doing all of this stuff while the oil temperature comes up. And I will say that doesn't have as far to go because the engine heater was on. If you want to hear more about that Switchy On device, that's coming up in a members only video. So you definitely want to check that out. It probably, as of the time of this, probably will already be posted. So if you want to have it more information about that, definitely go over there and check that out. You can see that there's the vent heater is working pretty nicely. So I noticed everything is harder to do in the winter. Even put my seatbelt on because my hands are just so cold. It is just so cold. Okay. But yeah, Marshfield, Muni. Marshfield, Muni Airport. And like I said, it is right on the coast and about 17, 18 nautical miles south of Boston Logan Airport. And close to Duxbury, Massachusetts. Yeah, so just gonna go check it out. Hopefully I got some place where I can go get some grub. One of the things that I'm gonna do in this flight is I have filed and I will activate a VFR flight plan and I will get flight following because I'm just trying to get used to all of that kind of stuff because of the instrument rating training. Right now they are showing overcast at 2000 and we're going to be ready to rock and roll. Now one of the things I'm going to try to do is I'm going to really try to, when they give me different frequencies, just go in and put them in. I usually have a habit of writing them down and that just takes a little bit more time. So I'm hoping to kind of take that step out where I can just, you know, November 1541 Charlie, contact approach on 12 something something something, and I'm already in here doing it, as opposed to writing it here, then putting it here, making a call, you know what I mean? Just trying to take that step out. All right, so let's go up and check our brakes. I just take the brakes off. Brakes are good. All right, gonna let her go. A little bit more friction because of the snow on the ground here, and you can see out the front here, Winter Wonderland at Doylestown. And you know, it's funny because I'm really glad that I did training during the winter time so that I can understand what it's like to fly, do winter operations. So I'm going to taxi on up here, do my run up, and we'll talk more about what's going on and what this flight is all about. Now, the one thing I will say is, before I come here, my decision to abort is going to be real quick because there's not a lot of time to be messing around with trying to be on the brakes. There's going to be a whole lot of sliding going on. So I'm going to make a decision really quickly about whether or not things look good in terms of, you know, continuing this flight. So usually I use the windsock down there, but I'm actually going to be like right at this taxiway right here that's in front of me. If I see any anomaly, that's it. I'm aborting because I'm going to need a lot of runway to slow down. I think if I wait to the windsock, that's not going to be enough time to be on the brake. So that's one of the things I want to be mindful of is as soon as I pull up, I go full power. I'm going to check things really quickly. And if anything doesn't look good by that first taxiway, I'm bailing. All right, so pre-takeoff, no flaps. Mixture is full rich. Fuel pump is going to come on. Carb heat is off. Doors, windows are locked. I'm not going to worry about pitot heat. Lights as required. Back taxi landing light will come on. And landing light come on. Max wind, crosswind, no problem. So I don't hear anybody calling on final. No one's on the field. And again, we're going to be really checking performance really quickly. Oil temp, oil pressure, and fuel pressure. Get to it quick and make sure you don't see anything weird on whether or not the airspeed is alive. Doylestown traffic, Cherokee 1541 Charlie departing runway 23 out to the northeast Doylestown. All right, it is going to be a little slippery, people. So just be mindful of that. And if anything doesn't look right, I am bailing quickly. And I am really going to take my time coming up here. And I'm really coming down to the end here. All right, let's turn nice and slow.
Lots of snow on the runway.
Now, what's really interesting is I don't see 2-3, but I know this is the direction. I do see 2-3 on my heading, and I see 2-3 on my compass. All right. Heels to the floor, full power. All right, engine instruments in the green, first taxiway, everything looks good. Oil temp, oil pressure, suction all look good. Airspeed is in fact alive. All right, we're gonna be good. We're rotated.
You can hear I was doubling down on everything because I knew, as you can see out
And
the
we're off.
Callan there, there's the runway was covered with snow. And so stopping, I probably needed a minimum of 1,000 to 1,500 feet because it was going to be slippery as all get out. So that's why you heard me call that first taxiway, because that was crucial.
Climb on out. Climb checklist. Throttle is where it needs to be. Flaps are up. Fuel pump can come off. Taxi landing light can come off. Fuel pressure is looking good. Very good. Doylestown traffic, Cherokee 1541 Charlie, left crosswind turn. Out to the northeast, last call, Doylestown. Alright, turning on out. You can see it's like really hazy out here. And I'm gonna switch to Philly approach. Good morning, Philly approach, November 1541 Charlie.
1541 Charlie, Philly approach.
Philly approach, PA 28, November 1541 Charlie, just departed Doylestown Airfield. 2,000 climbing 5,500. One VFR flight following to Mansfield Muni, Golf, Hotel, Golf.
Number 41 Charlie, squawk is 0227.
0227 for 41 Charlie.
Number 41 Charlie, radar contact, mile south, Doylestown, Philly, altimeter 3013, say out to climate to.
3013, I believe, on the altimeter and climbing to 5,500.
Number 41 Charlie, roger, traffic 12 o'clock, 5 miles, orbiting up to indicate 4,000.
We'll be looking for traffic for 41 Charlie. I took too long to activate my flight plan. 1,000 to go.
41 Charlie is frequency call traffic, 12 o'clock, 4 miles. I think in case 2,700, that's fluctuating between 2,500 and 4,500.
Alright, looking for traffic for 41 Charlie. I forgot to activate my flight plan, and I'm trying to do it now, and it won't let me do it. So, missed that opportunity, so that was some part of the checklist I should have done. So that was my first mistake here.
Number 41 Charlie, traffic no traffic, contact Newark approach 128.55. How you doing?
128.55, thank you for your help. 41 Charlie.
So as you can see, I'm trying to do what I said I was going to do on the ground and put the frequency directly into my comms rather than write it down.
Newark approach, November 1541 Charlie, 5,500.
41 Charlie, still is Philly. You want Newark 128.55, 2855.
Sorry, forgot to make the switch. Thank you. Newark approach, November 1541 Charlie, 5,500.
November 1541 Charlie, what's your destination?
Destination is Marshfield, Muni, Golf, Hotel, Golf.
And you're on course at this time?
Avoiding the Class Bravo, so I'm heading a 048 heading for now.
E4 if you go direct.
Direct Mansfield for 41 Charlie.
Now this was a curious thing that I got that direction from Newark approach, because I was trying to avoid the Class Bravo. If she made me go direct, then I was going to be entering the Class Bravo, so I got really confused on that. So that was one of those things where this was something a little different. I have to confess, I didn't comply with that because I didn't want to bust the Bravo. So interesting interaction.
November 41 Charlie, altimeter 3010, remain clear to Class B airspace.
3010, remain clear of the Class Bravo airspace for 41 Charlie.
And so now my confusion was even more, but what was clear is I wasn't cleared into the Bravo, so that's why I wasn't flying direct in the first place. And at 5,500 feet, I definitely would have been going into the Bravo, so I was correct.
So at least I caught the first frequency, but I didn't switch. One of these days I'll get my act together here. All right, cruise checklist. Throttle is where I want it to be. Mixture lane, instruments are set.
And we have Sierra.
Don't have to worry about.
Newark approach, ILS 22 left, altimeter 3010.
Yep, so I got to cheat over here a little bit so I can stay clear of this Class Bravo. It's my oil temp. Oil temp looks good. Oil pressure looks good. Fuel pressure is good. All right, I finally got myself settled in here. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. And she said proceed direct, but then said for me to stay clear. So I'm at 5,500. And I'm looking up here just to make sure that I'm good in this haze. And I'm going to be looking at my instruments to see if I see anything weird, because then that way I know I had to probably turn on some pitot heat. And since I'm on flight following, just really trying to dial in my altitudes and heading and all that kind of stuff while hand flying. Because yes, I could turn on the autopilot, but that's not what I need to do right now. What I need to do is be focused on hand flying and keeping what I need to keep here. All right, so everything is going good so far. You can see I was really bumpy and rusty. Forgot to activate my flight plan on the ground, so it's not active. Not too bad on the call for flight following. And one of the things I don't know is if ATC can see a flight plan, especially if it's active. So that was the one thing that was kind of disappointing.
Thank you. 41 Charlie, traffic off your left, 5 miles southeastbound RJ at 6. He's going to go behind you and then come back up on the right side of you.
Roger that now. 41 Charlie has that traffic in sight.
41 Charlie, very good. Call New York now, 12015, 2015. 41 Charlie, New York, 12015, 2015.
2015 for 41 Charlie. Thank you for your help.
No problem. Take it easy. Limburg 4478, left turn 09.
Approach November 1541 Charlie, 5,500.
Now you heard me struggle a little bit to get that frequency in, and I'm like typing furiously on my on my comms, you know, and he's down there like, come on man, get that frequency. So that was pretty tough. But the other thing that was kind of crazy is, you know, just trying to figure out where that traffic was when I had the traffic in sight. So now you'll hear that, you know, I call them and check in and I never hear anything back. So, you know, I go back and make sure that I'm on that frequency and, you know, I am on the right frequency. They just like, okay, we know you're here. We'll get to you when we need to.
Approach November 1541 Charlie, 5,500. I guess he just doesn't want to talk to me.
Limburg 4478, turn right
Just listen to see if he's going to call me. He hasn't said anything to me.
4478.
But that's okay. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. Keep flying the airplane. No fuss, no muss. Okay, so just wanted to talk about, I wanted to make this flight some time ago. And, you know, it's always kind of an iffy situation with weather. So we got a cloud layer here, but we're above it. We're in good shape. Yeah, I got to just dial this altitude in. Got to get better at flying Charlie, hand flying. So I'm going to do a lot of hand flying. This whole flight is going to be hand flying. No autopilot. So I can get myself together here. Because I am not happy with the way I've been handling these altitudes. Heading is not bad. The altitude kind of all over the place a little bit. And if the autopilot can do it, I can do it. So just really trying to get back to like quickly scanning, because that's been my issue. I'm being too fixated on stuff. So you can see I'm trying to look around for traffic, which is I should be doing as well. But I shouldn't just completely fixate on my altitude and heading here, because when I do, I'm gonna start using a little bit of my peripheral vision as well, because I can see if that vertical speed is moving. That's my indication of what's happening. Okay, so yeah, this is a flight that I've always wanted to make.
1929, just to maintain
And
5,000, fly heading of
it was always a weather thing.
5,000
And even today, it's going to be kind of clear, but there's definitely some clouds and stuff like that, so I just have to be mindful of that.
November 1541 Charlie, contact New York 120.8.
120.8 for 41 Charlie. Thank you for your help.
Anytime, see you, man.
Approach November 1541 Charlie, 5,500.
1541 Charlie, New York, that's 300.
I had a really hard time understanding this control.
Repeat for 41 Charlie.
Altimeter 3005.
3005 for 41 Charlie. Thank you. He said 300. I was like, what? He said 3005. They did hear us. I just never got acknowledgement on that, but they were good. Everything was good. I was clear. So I got somebody that's down below me, 1,500. That traffic is not a factor, and they're pretty much behind me. So one of the things I've been really trying to fight with is altitude. But that's what happens when
Approach crew check 259, 3,900.
kind of out of practice here a little bit. So that's one of the things that's kind of unfortunate about not being able to fly a whole lot with the weather being so daggone crazy. I don't know. So look out there. You can see the Hudson River making our way east towards Boston. Just looking to make sure. It's a little hazy out here. So one of the things I want to just make sure.
Good morning, Gulfstream 531.
I don't run into any icing.
300 to cross Valerie at the 6 Hotel Westchester.
So if I see that, I just want to make sure I turn on some pitot heat. I've seen too many videos of people who are flying. They get some instrumentation issues which get weird. And it's a pitot heat issue. I know I keep talking about, and I keep calling it, what do I keep calling it? Marshfield? But it's Marshfield. I kept saying Mansfield. Marshfield, Muni. And so it's right along the coast. Like I said, about 20 nautical miles south of Boston Logan Airport. And I just always, every time I saw, ever since I've seen that airport, I've just wanted to like fly there just to see what it looks like. And so this seemed like a good opportunity to do a nice long cross country, down myself in a little bit on heading in altitude by hand flying, and still dialing it in with Charlie. If it's operational.
1541 Charlie, contact 12407, be good.
124.7 for 41 Charlie, thank you for your help.
Okay, so as you remember earlier in the video, I said I had a hard time understanding this controller. I really did. And I didn't get the right frequency, but I don't think he corrected me, so check this out.
Approach November 1541 Charlie, 5,500.
I don't want to take too much time, and I'm not going to let this whole segment play out, but I just wanted to tell you that, this wasn't the right frequency. And you can see I'm sitting here waiting, and something in my gut was telling me I didn't have the right frequency. I was really surprised that this controller didn't correct me, so eventually I just go back and get the right frequency. But yeah, this was kind of a challenge, and it was just hard to understand what that ATC person was saying.
All right, so gonna be switching tanks pretty soon. Trying not to over control. Been having some challenges, controlling my altitude. Really trying to stay on that. Definitely rusty. And I missed a couple frequencies. The camera had actually cut off, so I had to turn it back on. So you missed some of those exchanges.
41 Charlie, squawk 2753.
2753 for 41 Charlie. All right, so getting better at catching that kind of stuff. So the squawk codes are good. Still frequencies I'm a little rusty because I'm so used to like writing this down and getting back and blah, 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 blah. So just got to get more practice, that's all. It's just repetitions. It's like being a good quarterback, right? You get better with more repetitions. You stop taking snaps, you get rusty. All right, so one of the things I have to be cognizant of too as I get closer is Boston Logan's Class Bravo airspace. I'm going to clip it, but I'll be below. I'll probably be at about 2,500 by the time I get to their ring. So I'm giving myself little tasks. So I take my eye off of things. It's almost like I want to do it, take my hands off the yoke. As soon as I do something, I'm like looking and turning. That's why I see people fly with these two fingers. That makes sense because you're not pulling on stuff. All right, getting ready to switch tanks too. Definitely just trying to fly with some precision. All right, so there's somebody ahead of me.
Charlie, traffic 12 o'clock, 5 miles. Looks like he's southbound, indicating 5,400.
All right, I'll be looking for traffic for 41 Charlie.
November 41 Charlie, 12 o'clock, 5 miles southbound. I think he's a Pilatus, indicating 5,500. Turn 30 left.
Turn 30 left, and I have that traffic in sight for 41 Charlie.
All right, altitude is your discretion. Reference the traffic. You could just resume your own navigation.
Zoom on navigation for 41 Charlie. Yep, I got him in sight. He's right out there in front of me.
41 Charlie, contact Bradley, approach 123905. Let him know you have the traffic in sight. We'll see you later.
123905 for 41 Charlie, and I will definitely do that. Thank you for your help.
Bye.
Approach November 1541 Charlie, 5,500, traffic in sight.
1541 Charlie, Bradley approach, Bradley altimeter 3006, say destination.
3006 and going to Golf Hotel Golf, Marshfield Field.
Right.
Man, it's gorgeous out here. This is just beautiful. I mean, at the end of the day, it's work. I struggle. Sometimes it's a really hard time, and I don't do my best. But the reward is I still get to see this beautiful, beautiful sight.
Blue Street 5409, correct, Beard.
So awesome, Father. Thank you so much. I thank you so much for this day and all the days that you've given me. None of them have been deserved, Father, but you saw fit to bless me with them anyway. Thank you for this flight. Thank you for my family. Thank you for my YouTube family. Thank you for my church family. Thank you for my friends. And most importantly, Father, I thank you for my enemies. And I pray for each and every one of them that they thrive and find their way to you.
Air 41 Charlie, do you know what the cloud layers were behind you, where you came from?
They look like they were about somewhere around the neighborhood of 3,000, 3,500.
Right.
And you can see it cleared up really quickly. So yeah, I knew there was going to be a layer because it was predicting that. Yeah, I see somebody is down 1,500. So that's the key of flight planning. Got to get the weather briefings. And even if I was instrument rated, if I had to fly something through something that thick, I don't think I would have done it because now I'm worried about icing. And so that would be, you know, my concern. And even with some of the haze, I've been paying attention to my instruments to make sure that things are continuing to move and that my pitot tube isn't, you know, not getting any ice. But I'm definitely seeing stuff move, but I'm definitely not chasing it as much. I'm a little bit more dialed in. And, you know, that's just being comfortable, you know, flying and getting used to flying Charlie again. So my only thing about that layers, what I would do if I was in an emergency, and the deal is I would declare an emergency, ask for vectors to the closest airport,
190 Bradley approach,
and basically just use the fledgling skills that I have to get through that layer and really just try to keep wings level. I would probably hit my autopilot, the wing leveler, just to be safe. And if that didn't work, then definitely turn on the autopilot so I can look at my flight director, follow that. So I'll just use every tool in my toolbox to try to get through that layer and get down to the ground. So that would be the answer. So it's a trip to think that I'm like basically flying to Boston. I mean, I still can't get over the fact that, you know, these are the types of things that I'm doing. Oh, and if you're wondering what those are over there, those are my foggles. I just kept them on the dashboard.
November 41 Charlie, contact private approach 123.67. See you.
123.67 for 41 Charlie. Thank you for your help. Approach November 1541 Charlie, 5,500.
Number 1541 Charlie, private approach, ground number 3004, state destination.
04, destination Golf Hotel Golf, Marshfield Field.
Thank you.
All right, good. So I'm getting better at switching these frequencies. You see me? You see me? You see me? I'm getting better. I'm getting better. I'm still second guessing myself, and that's the problem because I'm still like, I get up here and I'm like, did I hear it right? Did I hear it right? Because I can't see it, right? I'm so used to seeing it written down. And so since I'm not writing the frequencies, I'm not exactly sure. But I should think about, instead of thinking about writing it down here, I'm writing it down there. And then as I talked, I'm off my altitude. All right, so, but definitely getting a little bit better for sure. You know, just using this to plug it in rather than writing it down, then saying it, then putting it in here and all that kind of stuff. But it's definitely different. But I'm getting better, but I'm gonna keep doing that. Doing the frequencies here as opposed to here. So yeah, this has been a great flight, learning a lot. Definitely learning that when I do stuff, maybe just keep my hand on the yoke rather than having a grip, because I noticed that when I came back up, when I was switching tanks, my wings weren't level. Because what I was doing is I was basically leaning and turning. So keep my hand on it, come back up. Yeah, that's much better than having a handful of yoke. Because I'm pulling it, I'm turning, I'm doing all kinds of stuff.
So yeah, live and learn, right? So I think once I do start descending, yeah, I'm going to descend down to 2,500. Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm below that Bravo ring. So we'll take it to 2.5 when it's time.
November 41 Charlie, contact Boston approach on 120.6.
120.6 for 41 Charlie, thank you for your help. Boston approach, November 1541 Charlie, 5,500.
1541 Charlie, Boston approach, roger, advise prior your descent, traffic 10 o'clock, about 12 miles southbound TBM at 4,000 feet.
Looking for traffic for 41 Charlie. And approach, November 1541 Charlie, going to descend to 2,500.
Number 41 Charlie, say again?
I'm going to descend to 2,500.
Number 41 Charlie, maintain VFR at or above 4,500 till advised.
4,500 till advised for 41 Charlie.
Into flight 2825, traffic 2 o'clock, 6 miles eastbound Cherokee. I have them restricted above you at least 4,500 feet. Contact Providence approach 123.67.
2367, looking for the traffic. 2825, thanks.
Yes, I think he wanted me to keep me a little higher because there's another aircraft that's below me. Yeah, I don't see him. Should be right off my nose here.
For 41 Charlie, that traffic's no factor. The altitude's your discretion.
Traffic no factor, altitude my discretion, 41 Charlie. Yeah, I want to get down to 2,500.
For 41 Charlie, you have additional traffic 10 o'clock and it's about 7 miles southbound 2,500. Targets appear likely to merge. Maintain VFR at or above 3,000.
Okay, maintain VFR above, at or above 3,000 for 41 Charlie. Alright, so if you see out there, I'm coming down at 2,500, and you see out there, you see the ocean, and we should be seeing the airport pretty soon. And I think I see it off to my left here. And approach. November 1541 Charlie's got the airfield in sight.
Number 41 Charlie, radar service terminated, squawk VFR, free change approved. Have a great day.
Change approved. Thank you for your help. Have a great day. So we are 10 northwest, southwest. Marshfield, Muni, Cherokee, 1541 Charlie, 10 southwest of the field, inbound for runway 6, Marshfield Field.
41 Charlie, slope approach.
Oh, sorry about that. Marshfield Field, Piper, 1541 Charlie, 10 southwest of the field, inbound for runway 6, Marshfield. Landing light comes on. Fuel pump is going to come on. We're going to go over to the right main. Right main is in. Fuel pressure looks good. Everything is looking good. And we're going to do straight in. Marshfield traffic, Cherokee 1541 Charlie, 5 miles west of the field. Going to do a straight in for runway 6, Marshfield traffic.
Okay, so it's time to get Charlie on the ground because there's so much I still have to show you. And there's a little tidbit at the end that you have to watch to the end to see. But yeah, it's time to get on the ground so I can show you what Marshfield, Massachusetts looks like. So come on, Charlie, let's land, baby, let's land. And let me tell you, that wind was crazy. I had such a hard time. Charlie was going all over the place. So
Yeah, I started not to show that landing because you can see I was a little right of center. But yeah, man, it was crazy. All right, let's get parked and let's get in and let's get on with the show. Okay, what are we doing? It's like woo, 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 woo. I heard it was variable, but I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was like, I'm like, okay, that's interesting. You know, you get to that point where it's like, all right, am I going around? Am I going around? Just getting hobs and stuff.
Yeah, no worries. And you want some fuel?
Yeah, I'm gonna have you top me off the mains and the tips.
Mains and the tips?
Yeah.
Got it, no worries.
Okay, so I made it. I'm here at Marshfield Field. Let me tell you, these people are awesome. Now, you know, when you come into a Gulf airport, you're used to just landing and there's just a bunch of dead planes sitting around and you usually have to do your own fuel and all that kind of stuff. Not this place. They actually had somebody call me. I was like surprised, like this guy called me and he's like telling me where to go. And I'm like, wow. And he's actually even gonna give fuel and all that kind of stuff. And they have a crew car. I mean, come on. And check this place out, beautiful. Just like really, really nice. So definitely recommend coming to this place, awesome. Also, apparently they have a Piper maintenance guru here on the field. So if like me, you have a Piper aircraft and you need some service, apparently this is the place to come. So computers, all that kind of stuff, really nice things, all kinds of stuff here. Awesome place. So I am going to jump in this crew car, find myself something to eat, and eat lots of food that I shouldn't eat because my wife is not around and she can't monitor what I'm eating. So yeah, so you definitely need to check this place out. Oh, and this is the guy. Great guy. I mean, awesome, friendly. And it's funny how my worlds collide sometimes, where aviation and Survivor collide. Kind of interesting. So anyway, gonna grab this car, gonna go get something to eat, check this place out. Come on with me. He actually pulled it in for me. He's got it running. I mean, come on, man. He's like getting crazy service here. And that's the FBO over there. And you can see, man, it's just gorgeous. The one thing I will say is I purposely wanted to come here. Whew, I gotta put my hat on. In the winter time, because it's just a lot slower. Everything is a lot more relaxed. So we're gonna get in the car, go out this gate, and find somewhere to eat. Gonna put it in my GPS and gonna have a nice lunch, baby. And as you can see inside here, this is a really nice crew car. And how is it that a class Gulf airport has a crew car? That's crazy. Okay, so let me put this thing down, find somewhere to eat, and we're gonna badge our way out of here and get some food. All right, so going out the gate, they already opened the gate for me. But yeah, pretty cool. All right, so I'm gonna put this down, do some driving, take you with me to the restaurant. Definitely a cool place, and I will say things are pretty close. It's just a 5-minute drive. Definitely cool little place. You know, I highly recommend this flight. Beautiful flight, but this airfield, these folks are awesome. As you can see, the service has been crazy. And this is a class Gulf airport. You know what I mean? Just crazy. So anyway, let me focus on doing this driving here and I'll get right back to you. Okay, so I'm here and I think the Ocean Grill is this way. So I'll come on down here. As you can see, beautiful day today. And I'm just looking at some of the other places that they have. Lambert's Fruit. So yeah, it's just like a whole little shopping center here. So we'll check it out, but my first thing is food. So I want to go over here and go to this Ocean Grill. And yeah, Ocean House, Coastal Grill. And I probably should have parked over here, but it's all good. hopefully everything is cool. I don't want to get towed away. All right, so let's go on in. This is awesome. It's got like some yogurt and then some spiced walnuts, a little bit of maple syrup. Oh, yes, yes. Oh, and this is just the place. Very nice. You can see there's like really nobody in here right now because it's early and it's a Friday afternoon. So definitely cool place. Nice little bar, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, and I'm gonna get back to these carrots because these carrots are fire. Oh, this is a blackened cod sandwich. It is masterful. When you see, I couldn't even finish the carrots before this came out because that was a huge portion. You know, this is definitely amazing. Tastes so good. Okay, so I have dined sufficiently. In fact, I'm stuffed. It's a good thing that I get to walk around a little bit before I get back in the car, because if not, I probably want to take a nap. Food was fantastic. Yeah, definitely check that place out. If you come to the airport, get the crew car, come on over here and get some food. There's definitely a bunch of other like pizza places around, but you know, that one was really, really good. So definitely check that out. Marshfield Town Hall. Isn't that a trip? That is such a trip. I thank you all for taking the time to fly with me. It's definitely appreciated. Marshfield, Massachusetts, hats off. Nice place to visit. Definitely a great airport to land in. Nice little town. And so come on out, grab their crew car, come on out, grab something to eat, walk around. And if you do have time, go down to the beach, all of that kind of stuff. Really don't want to do that this time, although I could. But you know, because I have the time and I'm not in a rush. But you know, that's not the mission of this flight. It was just to kind of come check out Marshfield, Massachusetts, and we've done that. All right, so with that, Russ can fly. I'm out. Peace. Okay, I lied. I mean, how could I be this close to not come to the ocean? But look at this. This is like right here. So look, there's houses here and the ocean is like right there. This is actually really scary. Like, I don't know. Like, it's like right there. And I don't know like what part of the tide it is or whatever, but you're not walking on any beach right here because there's basically nothing. Now, I see that there's beach down there, but the ocean is like right here. And if I were to go down there, you can see it's actually hitting the wall down there. So, wow, very interesting. But definitely just beautiful. Just had to come see the ocean and just look. I couldn't not have this ocean picture and just kind of, you know, and you can hear this weird rattling sound. Well, as the ocean goes back out, these rocks kind of roll back into the ocean. It makes this rattling sound. That's really wild. You know, I couldn't end the video with not coming. I'm right here on the shore. How could I not come and see the ocean? So anyway, okay, now we really are going to end this video, but I thought this was a much better way to end it than just walking through a parking lot. So now, thank you for coming with me. Thank you for lasting this long. Don't forget to subscribe. Russ Can Fly. I'm out this time for real. Peace.